Good morning. This is Sissy with stampinwithsissy.net. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm dying to share my passion with you. Today I'll be showing you how to make this adorable season's greeting card for the upcoming holidays. We'll get started by going over the supplies you'll need to make this card. Our card base is very vanilla, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we also need a scrap for the sentiment. We need gold foil, 2.5 by 5.5. We need another strip that is 2.5 by 2, and then a scrap to punch out this label here. We also need the everyday label punch to punch out the label. We need a small piece of the Bundle of Love Designer Series paper that's 5.5 by 2, the basic jewels rhinestones, and this wonderful holiday greeting stamps with snowflakes on it. We'll be using the greeting, and then we will also be using these beautiful thinlets. If you buy them as a bundle, they come separately. If you buy them as a bundle, then you can save 10%. So let's get started. Let's start by using our Sizzix. The sandwich we're going to be using today is our magnetic platform, as well as the precision base plate for intricate thinlets. They recommend this sandwich for the intricate thinlets, like the snowflakes we'll be doing today. We are going to begin by lining up the snowflake edge thinlet with the end of the paper so that the tips are at the very end, and then I'm using some washi tape to secure them so that they will not move while I am cutting. At our top cutting plate, lift off. See how easy that was? Now we have this beautiful, delicate edge to our card. Now I'm going to just take my Sizzix brush and pad and run over my card to get rid of all the little pieces that were left behind. Now we're going to use our snowflake thinlet. And again, I'm going to use some washi tape to tape it down. I left a little bit of a border at the flat side because I want to have a little bit more gold on the edge there. I'm going to run it through a couple of times just to make sure we get all the detail. Looks beautiful. You can tell by the back that it cut through very well. To remove all these pieces, remove it very gently because they are delicate and will tear if you get too aggressive with them. Isn't that beautiful? Just love this delicate die. Okay, and then the last thing we need to do with our Sizzix is it comes with this cool little border. I'm going to line that up on the end. Trying not to get too much on the paper. again. Gently remove. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now we can remove the Sizzix. We'll punch out our little gold label. Super simple. I've got my Season's Greetings stamp here, and I'm going to ink it up with my Versamark. And before I stamp it, I'm going to use my embossing buddy on my paper so that the embossing powder does not stick where I do not want it. Actually, it doesn't matter that much because we're going to cut around it just to have it. I like to do my embossing over a folded piece of 8.5 by 11 just type paper to catch the embossing powder. It's just easier to return it to the jar that way. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that greeting. Now we heat up our heat gun. I just love embossing. I think it's so beautiful. I'm going to take my scissors and fussy cut around the greeting. Okay, now we're ready to put it together. I'm going to take my snail adhesive along the back, this border here. I want to make sure I get it on the edges so that they don't pull up. Line this up to the bottom, like so. Then I'm going to close the card, get my bundle of love paper and do the same thing. Again, make sure you get the edges. Now we're going to take our beautiful snowflake and using the multi-purpose liquid glue, I'm going to just put a thin layer along the edge. I'm going to also add some along the delicate parts of the snowflake because I don't want those to come up. Now I'm going to set this aside for just a minute while the glue kind of dries and gets a little bit tacky so that I can put it down on the paper without having glue gush all over the project. So let's go ahead and add our rhinestone to the eye on the greeting. this should be tacky by now. Very carefully lay this down, and you want to position it really well before you put it down, because once it's tacky, it's very sticky. So it looks like I didn't leave enough border on the end of this. What I think I'll do is bring my scissors back in here with another scrap of gold foil here that's 5.5 by about a half. Send it through with my cutting mat. Now we've created another beautiful border. We're through with our scissors. I'm going to bring out my brush and pad to get all the little circles out. Oh my goodness, that makes life so much simpler. We'll add some snail to our new border. Attach it just above. Actually attach it right over the other border so that it blends well. And there you have it. Easy fix. Now all we have left to do is get our dimensionals out, add some to the back of our gold foil label. Now I did my label vertically, but I'm going to try this horizontally and see which way I like it better. Add some dimensionals to the back of the sentiment here. I think horizontal wins. I don't know. Let's add some more rhinestones to the center of our snowflakes. And there you have it. Season's greetings. I'm just getting started in the business, and it would really help me if you like what you see. Please hit the subscribe link below so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me again soon. Bye now.